Hey yo, welcome back to the AntonTheKicker channel. A couple weeks ago I made a tier list video ranking all the new esports decals for the new RLCS 21-22 season, and you guys seem to like it. So we're back here on Tier Maker. Well, we're on GIMP because I didn't want to give them full access to my Twitter account. And we're going to rank the logos of the teams whose decals we ranked last time. Obviously there's way more logos, so if you want to see a ranking of them as well, just tell me in the comments down below. Today we have the tiers Elite for the absolute best logos out there. Good, okay, meh, and last but not least, delete it for the organizations who should probably think about getting new logos for themselves. And lastly, a disclaimer, this is my opinion, this is purely on aesthetics. The teams they belong to don't matter, yada yada yada. Let's get into it. So first we have Team Dignitas. I like the colors, it's simple and unique, and it stands out. So overall, I'd say it's a very good logo. Next up, we have Evil Geniuses, which I think is okay. I like that they put a bit of design to it instead of just writing EG, but there's just not much going on, so it's okay. Next up, What did I just say? Next up, we have Endpoint. And like I said in the last video, Endpoint is one of my favorite teams. Initially, I thought it wasn't that good, but then I realized that the dark space between the E and the D form an N, which spells out end. I like this kind of design, and it's also a very clean logo overall, so it goes in good. Next up, we have the first North American team, EUnited. And I like the color scheme. It's kind of ironic that they obviously went for an American theme with the star and the colors, but their logo says EU. But overall, it's a pretty clean logo, so I'm gonna put it in good. Now we have FaZe, and I'm just gonna say this, it has to be Elite. It's simple but still unique and very recognizable. It's also just really iconic. I know that's not like supposed to count anything here, but I really like this logo, so I'm gonna put it in Elite. Furia, good. I like when they have some sort of a mascot in their logo, and it just makes this logo look like a sports logo. If I didn't know what this logo was, I would still assume it was a sports or an esports logo, so that's why it goes in good. Next up, G2 Elite. Again, they have a mascot in their logo, and the mascot is sick. I like the symmetry, and I like that the G2 is very subtly fitted in as the face. Altogether, a great logo, definitely goes into Elite. Next up, Ghost. Yeah, delete it. I'm not sure what to say. It's just so bland. Like, I can't believe this is a professional organization's logo. You couldn't do anything better. Sorry if you're a Ghost fan, but like honestly, this is honestly like a bad logo. Giants. Yeah, it's back to back, delete it. I mean, it's a pretty funky G, but at the end of the day, it's just a pentagon with a squiggly line inside it. Next up, Round Zero, and I'm put it in okay. I like the color. Green is something we don't see much on these logos, but it's just a GZ with some design around it, so I'm gonna put it in okay. Guild, delete it. Basically, if your logo is just a G, it's going in the F tier. No, that's not the reason, but that's still a pretty weird coincidence anyway. Like, how's this happened? Basically, when I see this logo, I think of an energy drink, maybe a toy company, I don't know, a construction company. It just doesn't look like an esports logo to me. It's better than the other G logos, but still, I'd say delete it. Karmine Corp. I thought about putting it in the good tier, but then I thought that it's just not as good as the other ones in the good tier. I guess it's just a K where it does a little loop, so I'm just gonna put it in the OK tier. Next up, Pittsburgh Knights. This is gonna be a bit of an odd one because I'm gonna put them in Elite tier. The reason why it's a bit odd is because one of you guys told me in the last video that apparently no one likes this logo, which I don't know why, and that's why they changed it to the PK logo in their decals. I personally think this is an amazing logo. If you're a Knights fan, please tell me what you think about this logo, as well as the PK logo. I would love to know. I mean, you don't have to be a fan, you can tell me anyway. Next up, Power. So, meh. They did put some design on the W, but it's just text, so that's why it's just meh to me. Renegades. Good. Like I said, I like mascots and logos. It gives some identity to the team. I'm not a huge fan of the brown color, but I like that it's unique, so they get some points for that. Overall, I think it's a good logo. Rix GG. Delete it. Again, it looks like an energy drink logo. Also, it's just text, and I don't think the font is really great either. I mean, they do have like a lightning thing there, but no, delete it. Rogue. Again, a mascot logo. I don't like the text, but I guess they don't usually even use that. It's simple, I like the colors, and it looks like a logo for a competitive team. I feel like it would need a bit of extra touch to be Elite though, so it goes in good. Shopify Rebellion. Meh. I mean, it's an R. It doesn't look horrendous, but I can't put it above meh tier. Singularity. Also meh. It's not just an S at least, but I just don't like it. It makes me think more of a petrol station than esports team. SK Gaming. Meh. I get what they went for here. It's supposed to have an S and a K fused together, but you know, it doesn't really have either. Like, if you didn't know it was supposed to be SK, you wouldn't figure that out. That doesn't look enough like a K, and the logo really doesn't look like an S either, actually. Next up we have SMPR. It's a mascot and it really helps because I, for example, don't know what SMPR or SMPR is supposed to stand for. So this logo gives them a bit more identity. It's like they're the ninjas, or you know. I think the logo is really nice as well. I like the symmetry and the colors, so it's going to the good tier. Solary, I'ma put it in okay. I like that it's kind of like a yin and yang symbol, but honestly there isn't just a whole lot going on, so I'd say it's a high okay. Spacestation, elite. I put their decal in the top tier in the last video, and I'm gonna put their logo in the elite tier as well. I'm not even a really big fan of Spacestation, but I gotta say they've hired some excellent graphic designers. Obviously their mascot is an astronaut because, you know, the space theme. The logo is simple but also complex enough that it looks good, but they can also make some variations of it. And in case you haven't noticed, the stars and the visor make a controller shape, which is such a nice subtle touch and fits an esports organization perfectly. Definitely elite tier. Susquehanna Soniqs. Did I finally say it right? It's okay. The spirals form an S in the middle, which is a nice touch, but it's just a little too little to make it good. Team BDS. I was debating between good and elite tier, but I just had to put it in good because I don't think it's as good as the other ones in elite tier. I like the colors, I like the symmetry. They also have a kind of a yin and yang thing going on as well. And the logo also spells BDS, which is a nice touch. All in all, it's a very sick logo, but it's just under the elite tier. Team Envy. Meh. It's a very clean logo and I like that. Also the N is made out of two V's, which spells out NV, which is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it's just an N in a circle. You know what? I can put it in okay. Team Liquid, good. The horse is cool and it looks menacing. The shield could have been a more interesting shape, and I wish they had gone with some other background color than white, but I think they deserve to be in the good tier. Team Queso. This logo is just ridiculous and crazy, and I love it. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous that their mascot is a half-eaten piece of cheese, but I also kind of like that. One thing I don't like though is the text. I feel like the whole point of a logo is to be able to recognize something even when it's not written out for you, so that kind of brings it down for me, but I think it's a really good logo. Team Vitality. Good. It's recognizable and unique, which is great. I like the design, but I still don't know what it's supposed to be. Obviously it's a V, but they went for something else here as well, but I have no idea what that is. Like, what is this thing? NRG? Oh god. I feel like a lot of people are gonna hate me for this, but it's going in meh. It's really clean and it usually looks really good on decals and merch, but it's just the letters NRG and they don't really have any design on them anyway. So that's why I decided to put it in meh tier. Torrent? Meh. I mean, they did put design to it, but let's be honest, it looks more like a logo for a recycling center than an esports organization. True Neutral. Okay. It's a nice design, but there just isn't a whole lot going on there. Version 1. Meh. I mean, I get that it's a V with a 1 inside it, but it's just that. And once again, last but mediocre, we have XSET. It's going in okay. The red forms an X and an S, but besides that, there just isn't enough, so it goes in the okay tier. So that's the tier list. This was of course my own humble opinion, but feel free to roast me in the comments for somehow being wrong about a subjective topic like this. Feel free to also tell me your own rankings in the comments below. And lastly, thank you guys for 190 subscribers. It might be 200 by the time this gets uploaded, or even more than that. Alright, so I'm currently editing this, and this was recorded like almost 2 weeks ago. But yeah, the sub count is a little bit higher than that. But honestly, thank you guys so much. The past few weeks have been so insane. The growth on the channel has been amazing, and all I can do is just thank you and be grateful to you guys. So that's it for me. Back to the video. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, follow me on Twitter, watch this video, or check out this playlist. It's been your boy Anton. Bye.